This is not normal poker. This is like fun.
How sick are you in the head?
I love the banter so much.
Punishing poker gods for this call.
I'm 100%.
Wow, you're so sick.
Makes me so mad.
Round two.
That's so tilting. Wow.
It's like unreal. Sick.
Wow.
You say I can't win flips?
So insane.
That's pretty unlucky, mate.
I knew I couldn't get this limp through.
Yes, I won one versus Phil. Are you kidding me?
No, my mind's just absolutely blown. Very strange, Vanessa, very strange.
I always level myself against you.
Oh, I play so bad. Don't do this. Don't do this, man.
Shock attack.
Oh, that was a blow up. This is like ridiculous.
You brought the monkey out of me because you're such a monkey. Get you a beer if you fall.
Ooh, I call.
That's not a good flop.
God, this place loves me.
Nicely done, Jeff. Nicely done.
And that's really next level collusion right there.
Nice angle.
Now I can maybe fold.
I think I should not be nice to you.
This is a big one.
Boom!
I am in Barney Rubble trouble.
Oh, that's good. I love it.
The money flows free in Montreal. Premier League stuff is sick, bro.
Made for TV. Just made for TV.
12 players, 6 heats, 2 playoffs, and now just one table that will decide our Season 7 Party Poker Premier League champion.
Last time, first and second in the league, Jeff Gross and Dan Coleman started the day as chip leaders, and it was Coleman who accelerated away from the pack.
I'm all in.
Knocking out Brian Rast with a flush.
Okay, guys.
Rast, our first player out at the final table.
It was a good experience. I'd definitely come the next time if you guys have me.
Jason Kuhn was the next player to fall. He was all in with 2 pair against Mizzi's flush and straight draw.
Call. All in call.
Mizzi hit on the turn, making him the second in chips and sending Kuhn home.
I feel very happy with the way that I played. So, I mean, I think that's the only consolation I need.
Moments later, Scott Seaver ran his top pair into Coleman's trip.
All in. All in. All in call.
Later, JJ. Good luck. Take it down.
Season 5 champion was set for the river.
Really thought I was going to ride the momentum, but I'm happy with how it went, and I'll just be more prepared for next year.
Game changer of a hand followed when Coleman pushed all in with pocket 4s, running into Mizzi's pocket king.
I'm all in.
Wow. Coleman just blew up!
Wow.
He did.
He just blew up!
I didn't have to do that.
It was a huge switcheroo of chips that rocketed Mizzi's head. Things went from bad to worse for Coleman when he made a loose call, sending more chips Mizzi's way.
Made some money, made some friends, hung out a little.
I lost a bit of my passion again. Now I'm real tilted.
And his fate was sealed when he ran into Mizzi's pocket kings again. And his journey from hero to zero was complete. Yeah, a couple minutes.
It was a really cool experience, you know. Definitely a break from my normal grind online. It was a lot of fun playing it.
Let's do one of these first, and then bring it in, and then hug. Oh, my JG, you made it, son. It's a good run. How do you feel about that?
Mizzi began the heads up with a 9-1 chip lead,
All in.
but Gross
All in
hard.
call.
It's not.
With a couple of double-ups, Gross is amazingly the slight chip leader as we return to the action.
You're big blind?
Jeff's got to have a plan here, though. Other than I'm going to try to make hands. So hopefully we're going to see something, because you know, since this double up, he's pretty much just let Mizzi run over the last couple pots. And I mean, limping 8-2 offsuit.
You're hoping the plan is beyond, you know, I'll just have to wait till I hit to smash the flop and get it all in the cooler.
Check.
That's an either way play, although I like to just bet and then fold when I find out I was wrong.
Wow, so
or
this
the guy
is
bluffs.
actually about of an action card as we can get. I mean, Mizzi now has an open-ended straight draw and will almost definitely bet his hand. And Jeff, who checked back 2 pair, will almost definitely call, and there will be an interesting river decision based on what the card is.
Yep.
So
25,000.
And this all started with Gross limping the 8-deuce offsuit on the button.
I think, honestly, my read is that Mizzi will bluff this river if he misses. I feel like Mizzi hasn't really fired a river bluff yet, and I think this is a believable spot to do it. He's going to put Gross on king or ace high a lot, and I think he will bluff.
Call.
So let's see. Hopefully it's like a 4. Or
Yeah,
like
and he's slightly more
queen.
desperate right now.
So I can see if I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean,
you were right.
Yeah, now we're never going to find out. The truth is in another universe, a parallel universe, where the river was the queen of hearts instead of the 9.
He's trying to decide if he should go big again.
I think he should value bet his hand.
Yeah.
Just like 50K, 45K. Oh, he's going small.
He's trying to get called by exactly what you said, the king or the ace.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem for Jeff is that his hand is
9.
essentially
Call.
the same as king or ace high. Like, you know, there's not many hands between a pair of deuces and ace high on this board. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm sitting there and I'm going, well, it looks like my opponent wants to get value out of king or ace high, and I basically have the same hand, I'd be a bit worried about it.
You wouldn't have folded anyway.
Even for a bet that small. I mean, it opens yourself up to get bluffed, but you know, at some point you have to start making
yeah.
those kind of decisions.
Well, no, I raise and then you call and then you check, probably, and whatever.
Call. I just that whole thing where he started that hand, the last hand we just saw Jeff Gross limp on the button with the 8-2 offsuit. I mean, was that just him just having a little bit? That's just not really him anyway.
I mean, yeah, he's in the up till now he's been folding that. He doesn't play 100% of buttons, and that's in like the bottom 5% of hands or something. So.
Check.
You know, with Mizzi checking this, he's definitely checking the call, and this is almost definitely going to be a bet by Jeff.
Check.
You know, wow, he checked back the 9 high. Interesting. Wow, and he got there. But he would have won more if he had bet the turn. But now, I mean, Sorel's going to bet 7 for value.
20,000
undercard to just hit and Jeff check back twice. He's going to be very surprised by a raise here by Jeff, but my guess is Sorel folds. It's one of those spots where nothing your opponent's doing makes sense, so then you look at the player. And I think if Jeff does something that doesn't make sense here, Sorel will probably fold a 7. I don't know. What do you think, Phil?
Right, and also JG's not worried about a 9-10 for what it's worth, even though it's out there. It's like probably less than 2.5% of it in his mind. The way that it's probably less than even that.
Yeah,
it's probably
like
less than 0.5% in his mind.
If he got re-raised, it would be like
he would be startled. He would think up against a set. Yeah. He would probably think
be startled.
It wouldn't make sense for
Sorel to have not, the way Sorel's been playing, to have not led the flop with 9-10. You know.
Yep.
This is really the biggest one.
95, huh?
It was a good year.
Yes, I think Sorel's going to fold this.
I was 9.
Yep.
It was a good year.
What a great run out for JG. Now I get it.
I got my favorite.
Just keep everything small
Christmas
so you can really get the money.
It's Lego.
He was 9 in 95. Is this a little bit like when Jason Kuhn made the 7s full against Jungle Man? You just kind of look at it and you're like, doesn't make sense, but he's got it.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those spots.
Fold.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually hard to get. I think Scott Seaver a couple times, at least when he was head up against Jason Kuhn, he kind of said, you know, got to get inside your head, Jason. And that's kind of important, right? Would the guy be bluffing me now?
Here, after checking back twice. I mean, there's some people that maybe you say, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, the way Jeff's been playing right now just doesn't feel like if I'm Mizzi, I'm not, you know, thinking, oh, all of a sudden he decided to put up a fight by checking down to the river, then bluff raising.
And when Jeff makes plays, he either makes them, you know, by kind of starting pre-flop.
Call 40,000.
Or, well, he almost always starts pre-flop, doesn't he? And sealing the deal is hard in, you know, in any walk of life. Poker's no different. I just feel like Jeff Gross is kind of thinking, hey, sooner or later, as long as Mizzi doesn't seal the deal will get sealed for me.
And this is kind of funny because King 8 is like an ace high here. And there's no way Mizzi's not letting some. Can the king high call? I would say Gross is shown stickiness here. Trying to predict at this point what Gross is going to do is tough.
Fold.
Mizzi went kind of big there.
Yeah, he's hoping that Jeff is doing the sticky with anything.
I would love to know if,
What?
During this final program of Season 7 of the Premier League,
29, yeah.
we're going to relive some of the more memorable moments of this fantastic tournament. Let's start back in Heat 3, when Dan Coleman and Sorel Mizzi featured in this intriguing hand.
I mean, did you make a bad fold? Because I had the one hand that I say, if I look at it, I'm going to 3-bet, and the rest of them are going to be value.
14,000.
I have 16 combos of that, and I'm going to 3-bet, and I have a bunch of value.
yeah, it's like a deuce brick. We were the last. It's definitely different. It's like a deuce of clubs. For sure. Yeah.
You know what's coming, so it's not that one, it's the next one. Doing it.
Any other circumstance, I'm not folding there. But I'm probably gonna.
And this is the guy
That is
who's
31,000.
he's an interesting guy, this Dan Coleman.
I guess.
He just loves like
once you call that
10x Jack X suited, you know. I mean, like he gets those, it's like time to 3-bet.
I guess there's not big confused.
Let's see what Mizzi does. I can't see Mizzi calling here. Calling would not be a good play. I mean, this is a 4-better fold spot, really.
I don't think he ended up. I think he like didn't cash.
Wow, and
He's going to go for the. He actually is going to go for the click 4-bet.
Well, the interesting question with the quick 4-bet is, I guess Mizzi feels like if he makes the click 4-bet, he can fold to the shove.
48,000.
Is what he's thinking.
He's asked Coleman the big question.
48. Call.
And this is the one downside to that click 3-bet is that the math all of a sudden overwhelmingly means he cannot pass.
Yeah.
So now.
Receiver hand yesterday is my favorite of all time.
Problem solved.
Limp for 1, check, call 30 big, check, fold for 15.
Lord.
Mizzi's now thinking, man, what do I do? I mean, Coleman can't really have anything because if he had like ace, jack, queen, or king, he probably would have just shipped it. So
again, it looks so suspicious to check.
Yeah.
Never folding incorrectly, but
you can try and make it look like kings, I guess.
Yeah, you could, but I mean, it's a kind of a spot with kings where you expect your opponent not to really try to bluff you off kings that often either, too. So even if you check back and rep kings, it doesn't mean your opponent's going to bluff you all the time.
There's always a way. He'll make the absolute stone cold minimum bet.
it's crazy.
He's a nutcase. He really is creative.
Wow,
He's a
Coleman
really
is
creative
calling.
guy, isn't he?
He is.
Sorel. He's a really creative guy.
Now, if Sorel's really, really in tune with the universe, he might think about checking this back.
This is high level stuff. This is beyond me, but you gotta love it. You just gotta love watching it.
It's very strong with the pot size and the fact that Coleman doesn't have that much to now double barrel. There we go. Wow, Mizzi, I like the way he's playing his hand.
He's good.
What a beast.
He is good.
And now, see, now it's like, well, if I have queens or jacks, like Coleman's thinking.
Yeah, he's thinking about bomb. I mean, and the play for Coleman is it's a bomb or nothing, right? I mean, it's a wow. You just got dogged. He just got owned.
39,000.
He's about to get smashed.
The hammer's about to come down.
Talk about getting water from a stone. Look at what Sorel Mizzi has done here. He has wrung out an extra 50K from Dan Coleman, and Coleman's no slouch here.
Mizzi played the hand great. I mean,
Raise all in.
like I said on the turn, he's got to check it back. That's the play. That's the play when you min bet. Check it back. Get the river bluff.
Wow, look at Coleman. He's just been smashed. That hurts.
I was a monkey there.
Well, I mean, I've made it
You kind of were a monkey.
Phil, you're a monkey too, though. You brought the monkey out in me because you're such a monkey.
Got to monkey around a little every once in a while.
Terrific poker from Sorel Mizzi, and it's no surprise that he finds himself heads up here with Jeff Gross, trying to claim the Premier League title.
Ay, ay, ay.
40,000. Call.
Max S still on the door. Bye-bye. Max S for bye-bye.
Check.
If I'm Jeff,
I would see
you got to just c-bet. I mean, you got to try to win a pot, Jeff. I mean, you at the very least, there's a heart out there.
Check.
5 high's no good. Oh my. Oh, he's really
now
not
King High
showing.
just knows he's King High.
King High
actually
is
feels
loving
he's
it.
winning
He's just
right
checking.
now.
Just
He's
check.
going to check for value.
Yeah.
On the off chance that
He'll
Jeff
probably
is,
call a bet.
Check.
Jeff's not going for the delayed c-bet. After checking back the flop, I like just giving this hand up. If I'm Jeff, I'm done. I'm done with the hand.
Now Sorel's hoping
Now if
that
you're
Gross
Sorel,
has ace-10. That's what he's hoping for.
If I'm Sorel,
or pocket deuces, you know? I mean, I don't know what,
Yeah,
or
you
ace
just bet.
basically ace or king. You just bet. It's like whatever.
60,000.
It's hard and lonely out there right now if you're Jeff Gross. He's just really struggling to win a pot.
If he loses this tournament and he hears that he was up against a jack rag when he had top pair and a straight draw, it's going to give him a lot of pain if this match doesn't go his way. Poker delivering the pain and the joy.
It would mean everything to me. I really want a title, and I feel like I'm playing at the top of my game. So to have it here in Montreal, where I feel comfortable, you know, is awesome. I think the people in here in Canada, you can tell like there's huge crowds are coming around. People are like, there's a lot of energy here, and a lot of people are paying attention. They're happy the Premier League's here in Canada, here in Montreal at the Playground Poker Club. I mean, it would be amazing.
Playing the Premier League in Canada on my home turf, that's like just doubles the amazingness of being able to play this tournament. And winning this tournament would just mean the world to me. I've come so close so many times. I've never actually won a major tournament. I just want to experience that once, you know, be playing a major tournament and then have all the chips at the end. That would just be so amazing. I'm waiting for that. This could be it.
Buckle up, baby, because we're going to war.
I'm going home tomorrow. You can finish the show yourself.
You give your speech. I know all the rules.
What? Yeah. No! I think the ball should be at home or playing in a sandpit somewhere.
1,000.
What if you call until we
Tell me if there's a donkey, I will crush him. Played great poker one more time. Great poker.
We'd like to think that something special has started here. This Premier League may change the face of poker forever.
Season 7 of the Party Poker Premier League promised much, and so far it has delivered. We've had drama and excitement, and tonight the final table is living up to expectations. Who will be the new Premier League champion? Let's head back to the table.
I'm back in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross lingers on,
40,000.
and it's slipping away.
Start getting a little more active.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is Jeff is just calling and giving up.
Because
I mean,
he only hit a third of the time. That means 2/3 of the time he has to lose the pot.
And the other third time that he hits, he has to fate the fact that Mizzi doesn't end up making the best hand.
Yeah, it's just too much to overcome. For you guys at home that don't really see that Gross, it doesn't look like Gross is connected, but if you're playing poker, this should be what you're hoping to hit in the range of. This is the bottom of the top of your range. You have all sorts of ways to win with ace-4 here. Those low cards
ace high is good.
Yeah.
You got a gutter ball with the deuce. I mean, this is a good flop for Jeff.
You would have preferred ace of clubs or whatever. You don't get everything. If a 2 doesn't come, I'm afraid that he might not hang on.
Now this is a Mizzi card.
It's a super.
The way
Mizzi
Mizzi's
card.
been playing is Mizzi's just betting. It doesn't matter what comes.
It's not even 95% for Mizzi in these spots. Wow. I was going to say it's 100% in that kind of spot.
I mean, let's see. I mean, Mizzi hasn't given up yet.
I don't
the
think
way he's been playing, it's like, why give up? Okay,
Oh, wait a
he's
minute.
finally decided to give
Holy
one up.
cow.
Because he's in the comfort zone. He wants to give. He wants to give
He gave up
Jeff
and got
one
there.
back.
Gave up and got there.
He
That
finally
happens.
wanted
Wants
to
to give Jeff one back.
And now Jeff's hand's just gone.
Let him feel like the strategy's not so bad. Just
it was
give
a
him
good-
one
it was a
here.
good
By the way,
start
if
of a bad
anything, this
tournament.
hand is going to happen, and it's going to reinforce Jeff's bad play at this point, because he's going to see, wow, Sorel gave up with nothing and won if this hand gets checked down.
Yep.
Yeah, Mizzi just wanted to just.
So he checked, okay. And you can't bet this. Or you can actually. You could bet. I would bet.
You could bet because you don't want to show it.
No,
No,
that's
I'd
true.
almost be okay showing.
I'd be okay to show. You
Yeah.
want to bet for value.
I mean, Jack 7 suited is a fine hand.
Call.
and-
5-6
and,
might call.
90,000. Fold.
By the way, this is one of those spots, though, if you wanted to almost show that you were giving one up, you just check it back and show it. Almost like, oh, yeah, I gave it up. Oh, I made a pair of jacks. Good. Yeah. I mean, the problem there is it's hard to really get called on that river by much
I hope when I
lighter.
see the cards,
think it's
at
a
least
plus
I know
EV
that
value bet.
some of the
But if
things
you
were
wanted to say, oh, the give up, we're going to
no
let him
defense
do this
for
one,
it,
it's a great
'cause
time to actually follow through with the plan and for
pretty
metagame
brutal.
reasons, just show.
Right.
And like, because Jeff is playing so weak, tight, kind of bad right now.
Yeah.
Just show him, hey, I didn't barrel you
Give
with
him
nothing.
a little, dude, I was done.
Yeah,
I was
dude,
done.
I was
Oh, I
done.
got there. I'm sorry, you're not running good.
Where's
Jeff
my
just
car?
stays in his shell.
I'm just lucky tonight. Do
Yeah.
the whole. I
Can't
don't
win a
even know.
flop. How can I gotta take it down
I
free?
can't win these, and then I get.
I
But
haven't
see,
looked
now,
at those charts.
But see, now it was like reinforced. Like he checked the turn, but then bet the river, and Jeff didn't get to see his hand.
I haven't looked at those charts. It is interesting because it's a gambit theory thing available in chess, backgammon, poker, where you do something purposely and knowingly wrong in the present to collect future equity later by,
Gross
different
has
betting patterns.
Top pair, the topmost pair. He is
bet.
forced to bet this.
Oh wait, is it? Oh, it went check. Yeah. Okay, now he is forced to bet.
And you know, you were talking about stats you want to see. When's the last time Jeff made a bet?
Right.
32 hands ago, it was the blind. No, I counted.
When's the last time he made a bet?
I'm kidding,
Yeah.
but it was a long time ago.
I can't remember. I can't remember his last bet.
But Sorel wins them even when he bets. So, oh no, actually Sorel wins them when he's getting called.
Yeah.
So Sorel might just give this up and just be like perfect poker. Look, there's
Sorel's
resistance.
trying to think. When did he last bet?
Yeah, when have I felt resistance? This is the first time I feel resistance. Let me
So
just.
Sorel's kind of a sick one, and like figuring out how to win the one time Jeff finally bet. But I mean, yeah, Sorel, good fold. Time to give
And
it
the
up.
best part is, even after Sorel decided he was going to fold, he's like, just in
I'll
case
eat it
he
if
has
you
a
don't.
really good hand, I want to give him the hope
wanna
that
do a
I'm
little
going
swap?
to,
What's
tear
that?
away that
You
hope.
wanna do a little my
Trade
empty
swap?
plate?
Yeah,
We'll
go
tell
ahead.
you what it is later, Jeff.
Sorel
Unless you want it.
knows what it is in
You
his
haven't
head,
touched
but he's
it,
not
have you?
about to tell you.
No, I haven't had any
Take
hands
my-
to.
Celebrate
Yeah.
with berries. Now I get both hearts.
40,000.
Have one raspberry before I look
To
at
give one up, Miz. You know, it's like that was like a peace offering, that tray of fruit.
Can't fold this in.
Call.
Understood.
Brian Rast would make this exact play, I can guarantee it.
It's
I
a lot
bet
of
5 to 1 that he would make this exact play with this hand. So far.
It's a lot of
He's
info.
opening up with a conversation. He's using poker, the common love, to start
Check.
an energy flow.
I think I've made it in life. I'm now at final table of big time events. They're talking about how I would play hands, and they're betting on it. I may not win
Giving 5 to 1
many
bets.
things and whatever.
5 to 1 bets too.
My picture's not up on the wall, and I
50,000.
don't have that many. I don't have any WPT titles, and but at least they're saying how
Just
I
so
would
you
play hand. I made it.
know, this is coming from the guy who won the 50K Players Championship, another tournament with over 1,000 or 2,000 players in it.
Forget that. He beat Helmuth
no.
heads up.
Yeah, beat
How many
aces.
people?
He beat Helmuth
Like
heads up.
120 people or something.
How many? 100?
20. It's 50K buy-in.
No, but the other one that you won, that the other
Oh,
bracelet.
that one was it was 2K, but it was pot limit hold'em, so it only had like 200 something, I think, or maybe it was more. No, maybe it was like
players. Whatever,
700
2 bracelets.
700 players.
Then he was
500
too
players.
busy enjoying Brazil and life to bother playing the main event.
I mean,
how many players?
You know, Helmuth was there with a box of hats on the
65,000.
rail with the new number, and
Yep.
the
Yeah,
box stayed closed.
I had to ruin that.
You made the box stay
He's
closed.
got to put that box away for
the box
next
in
year.
the basement. The box
Put
had to
that
go in
box-
the basement.
Put it away, buddy. I had other plans.
That's overcoming a lot of strong karma when the boxes are out.
Now, for how tight Jeff's been playing,
This is a big hand.
he would fold this. But this is a very big hand.
I mean, I know we were talking
But
and
it can only
joking.
beat bluffs. He can
What
only
was
beat-
the action though? Was it gone bet?
Jeff raised on the flop. It was check on the flop, and Mizzi
bet
led
turn.
the turn. So
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah,
never
feels
raising
like
here,
it's-
right? Because you told me
Mizzi
when you
leads
look
turn,
like you're not
leads
raising,
river.
you never raise. It's just bad etiquette.
Please don't make my head spin.
Mizzi just said
I
it's
just
bad
want to be able to relax.
Whether
and
you're
use my
getting
berries
hit,
while you're
whether
doing
you're getting hit with the deck or not, I am not, and it's not fun. So
Jeff is
As
not
long as I
having
know
fun right
I'm
now.
not getting raised.
It's
I can eat
official.
my berries in peace.
The gun game is out. It's weak. The shoe game is under the table.
By the way,
Sorel
I mean, this
actually
hand,
noticed that live tell that was so accurate. He says, wow, I just noticed you looked up at me, gave me the I'm not going to raise, but I'm just going to call. Look, I hope that's accurate because it would be unethical if you just pulling a move on me. And he's eating his grapes. He's showing all the relaxation. Oh, my God. And now can JG, who's been playing so foldy-tighty all night long, pay this off?
This hand gets so easy to play if Gross makes a small bet on the flop.
Yeah.
I mean, like, doesn't it? In so
Then
many
it's just
different ways, he can
yeah.
control the pot.
You just give up
and now the
after-
pot's gotten
can beat
Mizzi
every-
bet big
every
on the
draw.
turn and now bigger on the
There's a lot.
river.
Yeah, every hand got there.
He tried to keep the pot small and it didn't work. It doesn't
Queen
work.
10, King 10, spade.
I mean, you can
When you
come up with
have
a
a hand
bunch
bet,
of hands,
I
but
have an ace.
honestly, Mizzi
I don't have an
looks
ace, I'm not
super
raising.
comfortable right now. I mean, he's leaning back, eating grapes, talking to him.
He's dipping
I mean,
them in the
damn.
chocolate.
he's dipping
I was right about the chocolate,
raspberries
right?
in chocolate sauce.
Everyone, Sorel probably thinks berries are healthy.
He was just talking
Highest
about the
level,
benefits of a good diet. That
refined
was
sugar.
the discussion they were having there before.
I'm sure that right when Sorel bet this initially, and part of the reason why his sizing is small, is that he wasn't sure he had the best hand 100%. But after basically with the bet this small, he knows JG's snapping an ace.
I'll tell you what, if a guy who's
So he loves
bluffing
his hand
big
now.
can eat the chocolate strawberries like that, just give him the title. I mean, that's
You
just
give
like-
him the money. Take the money.
That's body language of a fold right
Yeah,
there. The last
that looks like a
4
fold.
seconds.
He knows.
If he folds it, he's got about 20% to win this. If he calls, it's probably like 5. Because if he calls, it's just at this point, it's all over. Like, I don't think he can come back from this call. He's just going to be so mentally down if he calls and sees the queen jack. Like, he's already not in a good spot mentally right now, and he's super out chipped. But if he calls and loses his 70K, it's just like, it's over.
So sick. That line is like causing me to like reverse psych myself that like, yeah, I think you have an ace actually.
Always trust your gut. Always trust your first instinct. Whatever your first instinct was, that's what you should do. That's what I learned over all the years. Whenever I trust my first instinct.
That's the guy who believes he's not getting raised.
Yeah.
What was your first instinct?
That's a guy who knows his hand
Don't let
is good.
Mizzi talk to me. It's a big. Third pot. Third pot. It's a big pot for me.
Sorel has really dominated this heads-up match. I mean, like
beyond. I think dominated is too
weak.
understated.
It's all going your way, Miz.
Totally reigned
The
dominion
emotional
and
flow of this
hellfire
hand.
on all
If
of
I
Jeff's
call
chances.
him wrong,
yeah.
Still, emotionally, I'm still in a
Burned
battered
him to
place.
the
If I call
crippling
him right, I
ground.
feel like I'm gonna win, even though I just don't think. I think you
and
could
he
even
did
be
it in a
value betting
slightly
like
different way than last
pretty
one.
wide
It's
here.
almost. He almost just is so tuned in to Jeff that he just.
This has just been sheer small ball aggression. Unfortunately, and I hate to say this, it's
Wow, Sorel just
it's
agrees
almost
to
like
the
you
same.
can't even totally.
Sorel's talking. He says, "You have a 9.
But-
Huh? You're thinking about calling with a 9?"
You have. Sorry, I just can't. This hand's messed me up.
I think Sorel is really good here. Not just. I just think in this Premier League, he's always done what he's had to do. I mean, he's just raised to the bar every time that's been set for him, and not one step. You know, like those high jumpers that just clear the bar.
How can a guy so good at poker, such as Sorel Mizzi, be so hopeless with side betting prop stuff? Like in Laudon, he just had the wrong guess every time. I mean, it's way off. How can he be so good at poker?
Because he's a freak, and I don't say that in a bad way. I say in a good way. He just this one thing.
This thing, he's so mutantly good. It's beautiful. Look at that.
He just
The irony of that is, if I was right and I folded there, that's gonna hurt because that was like that one really hurt. That felt like
you're offering. Let's continue looking back at some of the best moments from this series. And take it back.
I'll tell you what.
I'll
tell you what. I'll take 1.8 for another $200.
Any chance of progressing to the final table.
Seat 7, call.
So what would that be? That's
200 to 360.
Fold.
Antonio, I'll take 3. What is that, a call?
Yep.
I don't understand which ones. Why are you not playing? I thought we were supposed to put our cards like
I don't live it after 1.5.
You could put it and then take it off.
And then you can do whatever you like it, but I don't.
I like it. But, I mean, if we like it, I feel like we have to.
All right.
Well, check out this trap Scott Seaver has set here.
Perfect's good. Option.
So was the limp, why has Seaver limped, and was it trappy enough?
Wow, he just got Vanessa.
He got her? But wouldn't he have her even if he had min raised?
Yeah, he's just, Seaver's just all about balance. It might not even be that necessary, but in his own mind, he always wants to balance all of his limps. So if he's limping the weak stuff, he wants to have aces in his range. And if you noticed, whenever him and I were heads up, we were doing a lot of button trapping against one another.
You don't want to bet small,
and that was just for balance.
And Vanessa's out of this Premier League.
Yeah,
she's out of this Premier League.
Yeah, she's done.
Things don't have to make sense.
Nothing makes sense.
500, you got it.
I'm all in.
Seat 7,
She's
re-raise
so
all in.
sad. She knows he has it.
Fold.
How does London do it?
Nothing has gone right for Vanessa Seltz in this Premier League.
Just run into it so much.
This is the end.
Yeah, and there's been 2 queens folded and a queen 10, so it's going to be pretty hard for her to run out the Broadway.
It's been a fun Premier League.
Right now, Seltz 4% here, and 96% of the time, her tournament's over.
Yeah.
Almost just checked.
Ooh, 10. Just got some backdoor hope.
Backdoor.
2 queens and
Or
3 king.
a 2-3 could do it.
Oh,
A
yeah,
2-3 king, queen.
Yeah, that's
basically without that, or a jack for the
game over.
If a jack came, she could actually hit another jack, but she was thin.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of difficult spots. Vanessa Seltz seems that she just ran into it a lot of times.
Yeah, that 25 big blind shot's completely standard in my opinion. Scott's
will prevail.
Open limping a bunch of stuff that just flops well. That ace jack is way in front.
Somebody's got to win them all. Why not Lumpkin?
And for Seltz, the bagel there officially ends her Premier League.
That's small blind, big
And
blind.
for a lot of players, they're not unhappy to see the back of her because it's going to make their chance to get to the final table that much stronger.
Yeah, game's changed now. Jeff Gross is back in action, basically. It's like he just got tagged back in the wrestling match.
Can you just go? Just go. Is this a nice angle?
I have a feeling that little trap was more meant for me.
That little trap was meant for anybody who wanted to buy.
Am I upset? Yes, I'm upset. I ran like crap the entire Premier League. What do you want? I mean, like, I didn't play that well. I don't know. What do you, I mean, you want like what do you, like, I mean, I'm just, yes, that sucks. I wanted to do better, and I didn't, and that sucks.
The Party Poker Premier League final from the Playground Poker Club continues after the break.
I just want to play poker. I don't want these to happen. This is it's not right.
Wow, I really think you're bluffing, Miz.
You're allowed to show me. At any point, I'm allowing it.
No justice in this game.
Back here at the Playground Club in Montreal, where Jeff Gross is in an epic heads-up encounter with Sorel Mizzi. If I was his manager right now, you know, I would just say, go. I would not throw in the towel.
No, I'd pull
I would
him
not
aside.
throw in the towel. Right, I would give him, you know, I'd say go all in 6 times in a row, and then we'll make a new plan.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Call
but
50,000.
you know, because at least that gives you this momentum. You win 6 pots in a row.
Not letting
Likely
Miz
the guy
outflop
doesn't
me.
pick
Come
up
on,
anything.
Let's go. Let's hit some flops.
I know it's a
No,
desperate
it's begging to
strategy.
hit the flops. That doesn't look good. That's not a.
I do.
No, I mean, I see what you're saying. I think it's like a good idea. I mean, Jeff needs to do
it's
something
not a great
aggressive.
idea, but
to
it's
mix
not.
it up.
Guys,
It's an idea.
This is finally a
This is
time
it.
where Gross feels like he can bet because he does have top pair, the
65,000.
nut flush draw.
he has found a way to bet, and Mizzi somehow has found a monster relative
Here's the
to
thing.
the last 20.
Normal situations with these chip stack sizes and everything, raise get it in is, I think, the best play for Mizzi. The reason why I almost don't like it here is his small ball effect has been working so good that it's like, why just gamble a huge pot?
Of course.
If Jeff gets it in your behind,
completely.
just call and like see what happens.
See if I can hit a 5 or whatever.
Yeah, Gross hasn't really been playing tough versus me, and so I like that Mizzi just called.
Check.
Although in more situations against a player who's playing much tougher, out of position, I would like Rays getting it in. But this just goes to show sometimes how adapting your strategy to your opponent like really changes the way you should play a hand.
With that draw, wet board, I really believe a bet is really in line here. If even the queen comes out, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If your opponent can have 5 outs sometimes or 13. Your opponent usually has outs to win, but he doesn't have it won at this point. I think you just bet.
85,000.
Like, do you kind of agree with that, Phil? I mean, would you normally raise that there when
100%?
Yeah, but
in normal poker, but this is
not
Sorel
normal.
realizes he can play the other kind of poker and just win without ever even. He doesn't even have to look at his cards. So far, effectively, he has played as if he doesn't know what he has.
I mean, I think Sorel has to call this.
Trivial
He's
call.
getting too good of a price
And
from
there's
the
too many
pot.
good-
It's getting 4-1.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you can see with the odds, like 4-1, he's almost getting direct odds to call with his draw. His hand is sometimes good, and JG will give up on some rivers. So
85,000 call.
pretty trivial call, really.
Correct. Now the pot's 315. 400, sorry.
I check.
In the dark.
Check
Wow,
dark.
dark check.
Jeez, who is he? Who is this man?
I don't like that play anyways. Check in the dark.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, Jeff gets to win this because finally,
Check
if
dark,
he takes a
what the
check,
hell is
he
that?
still
That's
wins.
stuff I do
Jeff finally
in
gets to win a
cash
pot.
games.
Look at this; it's interesting.
By the way, against a dark check on that card, I would bet. Because a dark
Maybe
check
that's why
means
Sorel-
value
yeah.
hand, and you have top pair, top kicker on the board, and you didn't get 3-bet pre-flop. Your hand is good. Bet. Like, I would actually be more scared to bet this if you didn't get dark check. It's like information.
Yep.
Bet a lot of rivers. Now I'm just curious and.
Yeah, but Jeff.
Only gonna bet a little.
No, I mean I thought. Fuck, I don't know what to do. I thought you had pocket 7
He's
or
talking too
something.
much. He's gonna check, but he should bet.
6.
Check.
Nice.
See, and
Pretty
Jeff's
good.
not getting enough value
What's
out of his
that?
hands. I mean,
We both have pretty good hands on that board.
Yeah, it was.
He won.
That could have got.
Gross
him.
wins a
I
pot
thought you had 7s.
and has
somewhere.
actually pulled it back a little bit.
how could Gross think he
Other
has
rivers,
7s?
I might ship it because, like, you're like,
There's
you know, you
40
don't,
big
you know, I don't
blinds.
have a
Sorel's
queen.
3-betting
They're like,
7s
"Dude, you're gonna
pre-flop,
value
right?"
bet queen. And I was like, yeah. And then the 10, I don't know. Just
10's not a good card for you.
No, just like hard to really bail that in there.
Big blind.
Like a deuce or a board pair, I'd probably put it in.
Against a dark check, Jeff, that 10 was about as blank as it gets.
40,000.
I can't believe you have dark check in house. You have there's a whole range.
Yeah,
there's a
dark
whole
check
range
range.
to your
The standard dark check range with most players is value, weak value.
The only guy,
Standard,
poker player I know who makes dark checking a part of his regular game is Phil Hellmuth. For a while, that was just
I think it's
a
bad
huge
play.
part of his game. Of course, there's
It's
definitely bad play.
It has to be.
It's not
There's
even
no
I
way
think
it
it
can
is.
be
You
a
give
good
up a whole little bit of your tool belt. Your tool belt becomes more less tools available to the rest of it.
It's impossible to make a positive case for dark check. Although, as Gus Hansen pointed out, if you're one of those guys who just checks every time you're in the big blind and defend on the flop, you may as well dark check. Who the hell cares? If you never lead into the razor.
But
Which
even
is
if they
true.
know, they never.
Well, it's
So
true.
here, Mizzi,
50,000.
if he didn't have the flush draw, he would just check this back, but having 2 hearts, he's going to bet because, I mean, his just hand has a ton of equity. He wants to inflate the pot on his draws that get there. So, you know, I think it's pretty standard. Although if he had like Queen 10 offsuit, I think he would just check this
It's funny
again.
because this also pops open a jack for the nuts. It's like
Jeff's going to call.
yeah.
He didn't.
Call 50,000.
So you're saying he wants to be able to make the big bet if
By
he
the way,
gets
with
here.
some players, when a 2 of hearts comes off, some players that king of hearts in their hand, like Jeff Gross has, would be a liability.
Wow. Now the problem is that most 10s Mizzi would not have bet the turn with. So this is actually kind of a very deceptively good. I mean, it's obviously a good card for Mizzi, gives him the best hand, but it's one of the ones he could get paid off with. Because I mean, Jeff's gonna kind of put him on like basically, does he have an ace or not?
Yeah.
Because usually like a 10 would either bet the flop, or then if they did check the flop, which is reasonable, then you would just check the turn.
Yep.
But like the only 10 that really bets the turn is a heart draw 10, which you kind of aren't thinking about. So this is actually a tough card for Jeff.
And for Mizzi, betting big here is kind of cool because Gross will say to himself, he wouldn't really bet so big with an ace.
And if somehow...
Yeah.
Look at this. He knows he's winning. He's making a big bet. That's kind of one of the things I've seen some...
Yeah, so this is a very interesting bet for
250,000.
Mizzi. I mean, really the only... A possible clue for Jeff would be the only time we've seen Mizzi kind of pound it was that time versus Coleman, and he had it. In a similar spot where it was like, oh, a bunch of draws, things that missed, what? But Mizzi had like what's almost definitely the best hand. But other than that, I don't know what else.
I think JG's going to fold this given from what we know about how he plays.
It's a really interesting point you made, though, Phil. It's like the biggest indicator here should be, I know Mizzi has a good hand because he's bet really big, which has been really consistent with him.
Yeah, that's...
Actually, even though he keeps threatening to make the big bluffs on the river,
he just waits till he has
just
big
hasn't
hands.
done it.
And he gets paid with a high enough frequency to justify the overbetting.
And then he talks about how he's capable of doing it.
You know, if you're 100% to get called, if you're 100% to get called on a 30% size bet, you only have, if you do a 2x pot size bet, you only need to get called, like, what is that, 1/6 of the time.
Might be the greatest ever, Miz.
Yeah, but he picks up the doubters vig.
Yeah, doubters vig.
Could be both.
Could be both. That wasn't. It wasn't. That's a multiple choice question. C.
I might have got that right about my numbers I shot up, but the idea is,
there's no way I made the right fold.
The bigger the
every time.
bet, the
There's
less
just
you
no
have to get called for it to be profitable to justify the facts.
But maybe I'm selling myself short, Miz, because I believe in my game.
50,000.
Now he's raising larger.
Call.
It's a predicament. I believe in my game,
no, 40,
your game,
okay.
and I'm just trying to hold on.
Trying to hold on. Well, it's it would have been all in if those two.
Check.
If it had been with two hearts on that board, there could have been a lot of fireworks.
What are you talking about?
The three, king three of hearts for. Okay, never mind. What am I talking about? I was saying if there was a flush draw, it would be two pair versus a flush draw, but it's not even close.
Mizzi just has this smashed, but Jeff really doesn't have anything.
Oh, look at that. Mizzi also has the flush draw.
Yeah, 2 pair and a flush draw. But Jeff just has nothing.
63,000.
He's actually, Mizzi, trying to convince Jeff that he's running over him with big bets, and he wants Jeff to pop.
You would love that right now. You would love that. Oh man, how insta fast would you pump your money? And if you heard raise, you'd be like, wow, hope he says all in.
Yeah, I mean, Mizzi's would love a raise here. Absolutely love it. But it's not really too believable for Jeff to raise.
With no outs.
I mean, if he raises, he's essentially repping at just a jack, which, you know, I mean, maybe the way Jeff's been playing, actually, he could rep like 10-7. Because Jeff's has been one of these people that kind of does check back.
Hoping for queens again.
Yeah,
maybe
queen
he'll have
would
like
be a
ace
straight two.
jack. Now let's put it in.
Sorel Mizzi has really cemented himself as a mainstay at the top of the tournament world for the past 5+ years.
He is very tough, very good player, and he's had a couple good results recently.
I love the banter so much.
He knocked me out of a big tournament once before, but I have a little revenge to get on him.
Shack attack.
He's a sweetheart. He is probably the most huggable person in poker.
I gotta be ready to hug you.
He's also a very good poker player. Got nothing but love for the Miz.
I'm a sicko. I need a sweat, even if it's against me.
He's also very charming most of the time, but he can also be like kind of annoying and like a little bit conceited occasionally.
Ooh, I call.
I knew that he can make some big calls. Not really the kind of guy who you want to run big bluffs on.
He's also, you know, someone that just naturally has a much tighter style than a lot of other people. So I think that's going to suit him really well in this format, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him make a deep run out of it.
Pre-flop shit going or something, you know? Small blind pull.
You just gotta run into the ace queen when you have queens and all that stuff.
I need a lot of that. That's for sure.
48.
I needed to talk to Jeff. That is really the truth.
But
Jeff
either
just
way, I
got
gotta
too
remember
nice.
first
Not
hand,
have a
you know, I made
conversation
nice
at the table.
call. I'm free rolling. I'm about to parlay it. I was in the parlay mood. Now I'm just in the like buckle up mood. You know?
I've never
It's
seen
like
anyone try to talk himself up a little more into like talk himself into action.
You know, that one check fast. Can Mizzi? Oh, that's a card pickup, equity pickup for Mizzi.
Yeah, I mean, Mizzi's winning this hand now.
Now he is.
He's
Yeah.
never folding. He's got the best draw, the best hand. Jeff is gonna, unless he
The
double
fake whistle. No, I'm just waiting for you to bet.
Yeah.
So I can fold whistle.
His only chance. I mean, this is. I don't know. Mizzi might raise here actually. Raise or call. I don't know. What do you think?
I think he's going to call.
Yeah.
It's hard. He doesn't get bets from Jeff that often, so when
Call.
he gets them, he
Yeah.
kind of respects them.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Now it's.
Now do you check or do you get a bet out for Mizzi? I think you might want to check.
I kind of like betting, to be
I think
honest.
he's going to check because he's in the flow of, hey, Jeff Gross has decided to show some aggression. Let him follow through.
Yeah. Then you just ship it. Jeff with some strange.
Test my theory. Check.
Check.
I got it.
He's tested the theory. He dodged the pain.
What was your theory?
That you had a hand.
This isn't a fair run of cards.
But it seems fair. I mean, you know, there were a lot of cooler situations in your favor, so I feel like I got to get a little back.
I think Sorel should have agreed that it's completely not fair.
Right.
I think, I
tell him about the
I would
queen.
have just been like too happy. You're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's incredible. This is just not going your
I've
way.
never been so
Like,
lucky.
yo, you gotta bet.
Welcome back. With so much at stake, it promises to be an exciting finish to the Party Poker Premier League. Let's head back to the final table action here at the Playground in Montreal.
$48,000. Oh, he's all in here.
This is for sure.
Yeah.
This
He's
is
all
super
in
value.
here.
See, right now, a lot of players would have already gone in by right now. I like that he does each pause. It's kind of nice. Because Sorel doesn't know if it's an 8 deuce or queen 10.
He's deciding just to call. We actually
I don't
could,
like that play. I don't think you have enough chips.
We could see something interesting because both hands are kind of around the middle.
Yeah, some middle cards come.
Maybe 360.
Wow. Jeff just won more chips this way on this hand, as it turns out, because Sorel has a gutter and Jeff has the nuts. And
Mizzi has
if he had
0%,
shoved, he would
obviously.
have.
If Mizzi makes a straight, he can't win because it's a full house.
So if Jeff had shoved, Mizzi can't call with Jack 8. So.
And now he can win chips.
Yeah.
So he's taking his value hand to the flop. It's
Wow.
working.
And I mean, this is time to just call. There ever was a time.
46,000.
It was this one.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that Jeff will get this one wrong.
No, he won't. This is true.
This is pretty triff.
Way too strong to do anything. You don't want to jiggle the
Call.
the trap now.
Spring it. Cane the 10. Here in Montreal.
Wow. Now, it's not really a good card for Jeff because Mizzi's going to be really scared now.
He's going to stop.
On that queen 9-9 board, I saw Andrew Robles and I think Toby Lewis or something have quad nines versus quad queens. I was in the box. It was the weirdest thing.
60,000.
And all the money got in because on the flop, the quad queens bet the flop. The full house of nines.
This is going to fold.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a strange lead, but here's the thing. I mean, the only way Mizzi could think he possibly has the best hand is Jeff has a pair lower than nines, but Jeff is so short that he would have shoved like pocket fours pre-flop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's really no way that Mizzi can actually have the best hand if he thinks this one through. Like in a normal deeper stack cash game situation, you could maybe be like, oh, my opponent has sixes and they're bluffing now, but that doesn't apply here.
Right.
So.
Now the only way Mizzi can lose more money is if he decides to go with You know what? I think you're value betting the 9 here. That turned into a full offset. I'm going to find out if you can make a hero 9 fold with a queen. I mean, this is a really, really thin betting line.
I would
Sorel
never
would take.
try to get somebody off a 9.
Correct, but like
It's
Sorel tries to win every pot. But I think this is one where he knows not to go for it. Just too. But that 9, is that an ace high? Like, I want a valued blocker defense. Like, you know, Sorel can find a lot of reasons why Jeff is betting that doesn't involve queen. Maybe 3. Whatever. 3's a lot for Mizzi, you know? 10 jack, an ace that's afraid of, like a king jack that's like, I'm going to see if I can't steal it or whatever. Those kind of.
I think this is a pretty trivial fold for Miz. I mean,
yes.
I mean, if Miz is thinking, And the other thing too is it's weird. Like, it's pretty hard for Jeff not really having it there. Like, he can't have an underpair, and if Jeff happened to have like a king high, I mean, most ace highs are shoving pre. If he did happen to have like the ace 4, he's just checking it. Like a king high isn't going to all of a sudden bet there. So I mean, Jeff just has it a bunch.
Yeah. No, I said like it was probably under 5% of the time. I would have taken 20 to 1. But he would have.
Because of that, I actually, after thinking about it some, I really don't like Jeff's lead. I think that lead is more of a deep stack cash game play where you're kind of repping, if you will, as your bluffs, like pocket 5s.
But you're really not getting anything weaker to you. It's like, just check.
48.
You just can't.
Yeah, but he can't have pocket 5s. He didn't quite figure that out, you know.
These are the kinds of hands, Jeff.
All in.
Raise all in.
There we go.
How much is it?
Oh, Mizzi is gonna call.
Is he?
Those are 20 stacks.
Yeah.
It's about 500.
Probably.
I mean, it's 20 bigs. He has an ace.
But Mizzi does know.
100%.
Mizzi really feels like he doesn't need to ever play a hand to win this match.
513 total.
I think he's a slight favorite to call, though.
Yeah.
Like 60%. Something. I mean, an ace is a pretty big hand, heads up.
That's true.
Oh, he folded. Yeah, I guess Mizzi's feels.
Mizzi can just keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Decision or just a little like.
No, I had a decision.
I should ask, eh?
He doesn't want to say I have an ace.
15-30.
He doesn't want to say
I think
that.
my comfort zone is when
I double that, I don't have you covered.
20-40.
Yeah, it's about that.
It's about a reasonable comfort zone.
It's around
All right,
that.
guys. 15-30.
Up
Yeah,
again.
Mizzi did not want to say that he just folded an ace.
Right, that's like big no-no.
Because, I mean, you know, everyone knows.
If you double now,
Game theory, Nash equilibrium. You can't. If your opponent knows you fold the ace-6 there, they just shove every time. It's like you're kind of supposed to call with that hand, whatever, technically. But like you've been saying, Jesse, Mizzi feels like, and you, Phil, it feels like you can just win every pot. So
then, why get sticky?
15K, 30K. We just moved up.
And that's actually, now that we're 50K, 30K, it's almost like it's back to what you were saying before. He's going to have to stop ignoring the math. He has to weave the math again. He can't actually leave the math. I think he's...
Call.
If he starts, now that it's 15-30, he's going to have to stop actually folding aces and have to start shoving, and he just has to do it, right? He just has to do it. He has to take his chip lead, and now this opens the wormhole. He could get double-double.
55,000 more.
So this is interesting.
85
Mizzi's
total.
going after the limp. He feels like Jeff probably limping weak, and he's
55
right.
more?
So it's, I mean, pretty hard for Jeff to do anything about it with his hand. I mean, I imagine he's just going to fold. I mean, I feel like almost all Premier League, I've never really seen Jeff make any sick plays, like stuff that's truly sick, like limp shoving with this hand, you know? I mean, this would be really one of the first times I've seen him just truly make a sick pre-flop play, and so, you know, if it's, history would lead me to believe that this is just going to pull that. Oh, it falls.
And funny, their hands are low enough that there could be a warbly overlap.
Yeah.
Or they're both going to super miss it, and then I think I have an idea who might win if they both miss.
Yeah, me too.
You need to bet.
Captain Canada.
Yeah. Canada might win this one.
Yeah, Mizzi's has to fire one bullet here. I mean, Jeff's been folding a lot. Also, Jeff's at a stack. I mean, you bet like 80K. mean, Jeff's kind of handcuffed. If he doesn't have anything, he kind of has to fold.
52,000.
Oh, he's really going small. As it turns out, it will work against Jeff's hand. The reason why I like 80K is that it just kind of shuts down Jeff from being able to do any floats or even really raises. Mizzi bets so small that, I mean, some hands, not Jeff's hand, you know, are open to floating.
Hands, yeah.
And you know, hands like Jeff's hand are open to little, like, I'm going to make it 140.
Yep.
It's actually kind of a great play because it looks so strong. You know, like Jeff just makes it 140 here. I mean, like, really, what's Mizzi going to do if he has, like, any bluff? Just going to fold it.
Fold.
So, I mean, it worked, but I actually like a slightly bigger sizing of Mizzi, but he knows Jeff right now.
So he's
knows
saving
exactly what he
because
can
he
get away
knows
with.
that the probability of that play coming out of
Jeff right
Jeff
now
is small enough that he can actually get away with these small bets.
The old Jeff from
old
earlier
Jeff
today,
was doing
3-bet
easy,
the
Mizzi.
8-9 of diamonds.
Yeah.
And just was ready.
I didn't think it would be.
The new Jeff is just.
I did not think it would be, bro.
He's not
If
really.
that 8-9 of diamonds had gone his way, we would have seen old Jeff
hard to
stay
kill.
around longer.
Yeah.
Just a post flop guy. They try to get me out with these big blinds. You know,
Yeah, I don't like Jeff's call post flop. I mean, if his plan is to call with the 5-6 with 18 big blinds and try to make something happen, and it's not. But then fold if he doesn't flop anything. That's not a good plan.
Yep.
Mizzi has been threatening to become Premier League champion ever since those Kings took care of Dan Coleman.
They want to see what could I be letting Mizzi just abuse me with.
Thank you.
Maybe it's a real hand, maybe it's air, maybe it's something in between.
And this flop is all Mizzi.
Check.
If Gross takes a free card and hits the 8 of hearts.
Check.
Check.
No, he has like a funny little nothing hand. Now Mizzi feels like even if I was behind, I caught up. He'll bet.
Yeah,
or maybe he
bet.
could do the whole like, well, I just got lucky. I really didn't have anything. But it looks
this
bad,
is
right?
kinda bet.
Yeah, you have to bet because it
You
looks
have to
bad
bet
to
it.
show the guy that you had ace 5 of hearts and you just like
35,000.
Now this is actually more than that other time when Jeff just snap paid off a river bet. Is the time I might actually buy it and call if I was in Jeff's shoes. Like, because this just looks like such a great, with check down, you're basically repping ace high only. The check down I got there.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just not real.
But
He's got him down now. 15 big blinds. Sorel Mizzi has Jeff Gross.
Holding on so
Problem,
tight, bro.
of course, he only has 50
Every time
himself.
I get you down to that mark, you just come back.
Time to see another great hand from this series, and on this occasion, it's Phil Laak colliding with Scott Seaver
I'm gonna
in
feel
Heat 4.
like
I don't
bad.
feel like pressing.
You know what I mean? Like what?
I really, you know, I've been having a good enough time. I don't feel like pressing anymore. I feel like I was in the mood to press, and then it's like, whatever. I could be protecting myself or costing me money. I really don't care. I'm just trying to make a bet that
Once
fun.
I say fold, it's your
I don't know. I really don't know what suits cost.
more?
I told if the order fill was 20K, but it's like whatever. That was a different time. Now all these people have different opinions. I'm like thinking.
So we're on for.
That is 10,000.
A little careful.
will he get any customers?
Well,
I don't know.
Phil might just. Phil's liable to just ship it in. Like he's
Call 10,000.
flats.
Phil has only.
Call 10,000.
I think based on his play so far, this is a good call.
I disagree. He's just. I mean, he's got 160,000 only now. He's putting in, like 7.5% of his chips with 4 high.
Yeah, but he needs to find
Action's
a spot where
done?
he can get in there.
He only has 40
Wait,
bigs.
hold on, make sure the action's all done.
50%
Is the action all done?
That 5
There we go.
Wait for the hand.
Here's your chance, Phil.
Check.
There's going to be a lot of excitement.
Make a 3. I
How
just
much
think.
is being bet? You have
know what?
7,000.
I don't hate
What's the
playing
other
the hand like 4 deuce. I just think you need to have more chips. Like if you want to gamble it up, like Phil needs at least like 250 or something.
Seaver's got a bet. There's too many people in the pot. Oh my goodness. I mean,
17,000
snap call,
full
gut
block.
shot. Are you kidding me?
This just feels like it's better than 10% that he hits a 3, but
It's like
definitely 22. Oh my God!
What's going on? Seaver's gonna need an ambulance.
Yes.
I can't believe
Ambulance
take
is
a
the
line. I'll
right
take a
word.
second.
I cannot.
Ambulance is the right word.
Oh my God!
He's check raising.
Of course he is.
I'm just like, damn. I wish I could have been in this
Don't
though.
check back, Phil.
No, he's
He's
not.
gonna
He's
bet.
never
I feel like I
checking
have
back.
That's true. Every time
Well, I guess with a different line.
Never checking back.
This is a total brick in Seaver's mind 98.8% of the time. There's like a 1.2.
Total brick.
It is.
Seaver is going to be literally shocked to see that Phil has the 4 deuce.
There's zero. It's a 0% chance in Seaver's mind. He knows.
He's bet 15 into 80. This is even great.
This is brilliant.
I mean, I think Seaver's probably going to raise.
This is amazing.
He'll probably make it like 50,000.
This is honestly amazing.
Wow, did I just drill it?
Raise to 50,000.
Yeah.
He should snap it in, but he's not. By the way, Phil thinks he's got this 100% stone lock. Oh, he's giving him the full treatment. You know, we saw this happen with Jason Kuhn, and
the board doesn't pair. Not today.
Yeah, not today. This is Laak's day.
This is why I thought Phil was going to get a 3. I mean, it just how are things not? How is the universe not going to conspire to work out for Phil Laak?
Oh my God!
Oh, he calls.
Right.
He says, so Phil,
there's a chance like a 4 or a deuce come or
no. By the way, there's no way that Seaver's not going to bet the river on a club or anything. It's just going in. They just don't have enough. Phil has less than 100K. There's 180 in the pot. There's no way the river's not getting all in on any river card.
By the way, that's I mean, Laak only has 81K. Yeah, he's
not today. Holy cow.
Seaver's going to bet all in.
He's going to shoot off like a rocket, isn't he?
Man.
I mean, we're going to see a test of his control.
He's going to say all in very quietly.
I'm all in.
32's all in. Call.
Look at
him show it like happy. Oh, there it is. The oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
You should be happy you won the game. He feels like he feels like, I mean, if he was in a skating rink in New Orleans, he would be sure he was being cheated.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Oh,
he's still trying to work it out.
I thought you would think that I'd be kind of an idiot.
What happened?
He is trying to figure out.
What?
Right now, he's saying to himself, how can Phil Laak have 4 deuce?
He's trying to work it out. He bet 17,000 on the flop after raising 10,000 free play.
Yeah, of course I had the 4 deuce.
So you will be sitting.
And Scott Seaver is still in a dark room somewhere trying to work out what happened there.
Time to move all in, Mizzi. I know
Do for some hands. That's why I keep forgetting. I'm going to be all right.
3 suited.
60?
60,000.
And that's opinionated the way that you said earlier.
Do for some hands.
He does
That's what the
not
problem is.
believe that Jeff would shove light. He hasn't raised to call this off.
No, he's going to fold.
60,000 call.
I mean, this is the best thing for Mizzi is playing these little 15 big blind pots with just the raise and a call with Jeff.
Well, Jeff finally he's going to get a C-bet. Now, this would be really another sad thing if it went bet, call, then check, and queen high 1 like we saw that other time.
Jeff can't do that.
No, now he has to.
I will literally leave the commentary booth if Sorel bets and Jeff does not shove or raise his hand. If he just calls here, I'm
leaving the booth if he just calls?
I can't watch this anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, I will. If he just calls, I'm out of here.
I would like you to come back a hand later because I just want you to share the pain with me. If he does somehow just
I'm gone.
Call, we're going to lose Rast for a couple of hands.
Yeah, just like 10 minutes, just so I don't want to watch
go outside and watch because it's too painful to watch, right? A check would be, Jeff, there's too many people in their living rooms all around the world right now watching this that will just be in too much pain. They'll have to go and take a break, walk around the house. If you just go all in, all those people get to have a piece of apple pie, enjoy their life, take it easy, everything worked out. He did it, okay.
I'm not bluffing either.
I'll tell you one thing. If he does call here, he will never be allowed in Sweden. You cannot step. You can't go to Sweden. That's old. Yeah, that's really old school. You do not.
Good, thank you. Geez, he only had the 60K. I thought I was out of here. I was going to be sad. Wow, Sorel, yeah.
Oops. Oh my God. I'm glad
that he
got
a little something on JG.
Always got a little something.
Told you I'm due for some hands. That is for sure. 2 doubles and this thing is this is over.
Back.
2 doubles.
Where's the jungle man?
In your eye, David, you arrogant guy. You think you can angle me? You just got so pwned, it's a joke.
I want the limo. I'm ready to go. I don't want to hang out.
I wish I went to bed earlier.
I wish I was richer and younger.
Turn an ace to end this race, yo.
None of you here have any heart. Believe me, I've been watching you guys. It's embarrassing.
I'm not going to listen to Tony anyway. He clearly has no idea what he's doing.
Come on, let's go!
Oh, God, come on.
Eat some of that.
The world doesn't understand it. All they see is all the bracelets. That's all they see.
Every tournament should be like this.
It's just like actual cheating at this point.
You're an idiot.
Must be good. It's good. good, and that's what I'm talking about. I waited, I trapped him, I checked behind, I 3-bet, I did everything right, and if it's a jack or a 10, something's game broken.
Bark, 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 bark. Am I getting out of line? Give me a warning. This is the best show in poker.
Two players, one title. Who has the game to triumph here at the playground? Let's find out.
It's never too late. That's the whole thing. That's the great thing. If you're alive, it's never too late to change.
He's alive. He's in there. 641,000.
I still have faith in JG in spite of his, because he does.
Honestly,
I mean,
you know what Sorel's hand? You know what's a really sick play with this stack depth? Him having 641K, make it like 135,000 fold to a shove with the queen 4 offsuit. It's actually a great play.
Raise.
Oh, Mizzi just read my mind. It's a great play.
135,000.
Now, if you're Jeff, you're like,
You just did 135,000.
Yes. Now it's like, what do you do?
Sick. Oh my God, Rast, you're the best.
I mean, it's a hand that's just like a notch under like kind of what you want to call for value. So, you know, give it a raise. Now, if you're Jeff, you kind of decide how likely is Mizzi making a play. Now, one thing I'll say about Jeff is he has been very, very good in these spots of knowing when someone's making a move.
Yep.
He caught me with a light 4-bet bluff one time, and I think he told me he shipped 9s. Like, he's very good at knowing these spots, even if, you know. So if he puts it together and knows that Mizzi's making this play, then he could easily jam. So Jeff hasn't really had it in him yet today, so I don't know.
We got to go get a cardboard picture of your face and put it on Mizzi's face.
Yeah, then Jeff's like, oh, I'm all in, 100%. Mizzi needs to talk to him. If Mizzi talks, it's like 100% right now.
All in?
All in.
Oh my God, I love you, Jeff Gross. Jeff Gross.
You're pulling puppet strings.
Wow,
You're
Jeff
a
Gross.
puppet master, Rast.
I love you, Jeff
You just
Gross.
puppet mastered
Jeff,
this entire hand.
all that stuff where I criticize your plays.
He just puppet mastered the hand.
All those times I criticize you, I've taken all that back.
Mizzi didn't talk. Mizzi didn't talk. You had to talk to him. He put my face on. That was the problem. My face sitting there like, oh, I don't have it. Please don't go
And for Jeff Gross, that is the strongest statement he has made in this heads up.
Yeah, he finally stood up and said, I want to win.
That hand was huge, 770 to 1.2 now. I think JG's going to win it. I know he's a dog mathematically. I know he's not playing as good, but I feel like the late aggressive rally in his mind has
50,
just.
30.
I just feel like he's in the zone now.
Can't wish us both for that.
Gross started this heads up with a 9-to-1 chip disadvantage. He has hung in, hung on.
He has.
And
he did get some all-in pots though that like were kind of coolers that could have either way they happened would have happened, like queens versus ace queen and stuff. I mean, this really has been from like a playing standpoint.
The Sorel Mizzi show.
Just Sorel Mizzi show. Oh wow. Oh, this is a great flop for Jeff.
That's it. And then one cooler, right spot.
Mizzi is ready to get some value from top pair here. There's tons of hands that can call him all kinds of pairs and gutters.
30,000.
Bashalicious.
With Mizzi's sizing, but having him bet small like this on the flop, if a blank comes, I fully expect him to bet again on the turn. If he had bet bigger, I don't know.
So you like the call. You didn't want Jeff Gross to raise
I like his
there.
call, yes. Yes. Now, this card, Mizzi is betting again on the turn.
Check.
Mizzi bets. Jeff probably will call again. Mizzi will go like probably half pot, like maybe a little more, like 65,000.
Careful, Sorel. The guillotine has been raised.
You know,
when Sorel, or any of that player for that matter, fires and wins a million pots in a row with air, and then they have top pair,
75,000.
they keep firing.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
you just keep firing.
I mean, if I'm Jeff, I just call again.
75,000 call.
Yes.
And this
like
time on the
Jeff's
river,
play.
he'll call too.
Now, a great card for Jeff would, you know, just be any kind of low blank that's not a 4.
I bet you that, like,
yeah,
if
that's
that had,
like,
by the way,
that's
that's
like a
super
perfect
good.
card.
If
That was it.
By the
That
way,
was the one.
The way Jeff plays, if a king came, he could have folded.
By the way, like the Jeff's line right now
is check.
Should be check, raise. It's sick, but I like it.
Check.
this run out was so blanky.
Sorel has to bet, right?
I mean, I would usually bet, but you know,
Sorel's a mystic, cryptic genius.
if he gets some energy, yeah. I mean, Sorel, I would usually bet. Now, I mean, I think Jeff will only call happily,
125,000.
but honestly, with this run out, I would raise his hand.
I think we may have a new
9-10, 2 pair.
chip leader in town.
I don't know, dude. Would you raise in his spot?
Yeah, on the river.
It's a little sick.
It's a little sick, but you got to show people, hey, look.
Yeah.
If you call, you get called by 2 pair.
JG.
I'm gonna wait to hit a pair. I might as well hit 2 pair. You know, if I can't get 1.
2 pair is pretty strong against an overpair. I mean,
Yeah. I was just buckling up straights out there, better kings. I'm just hanging on, bracing on, Miz.
Blinds, please.
Time for our last look back at this current series, and we've left the best until last. This hand from Heat 5 involving Brian Rast and Phil Laak is what Premier League Poker is all about.
How many? Oh, did I not give you enough yellow? Let me play mine.
Yeah.
Lines are 2-4 enough.
Can you check that? On the
So
last
size,
hand,
some of the
floor?
bluffs on that board.
Can you call the floor?
Rast is going to need a win or a second place.
Well, I mean, no, he's only played 2 heats.
I need
He
a
played the
minor.
last
Right.
2, so
Still
it is kind of interesting. I mean,
you
you don't ever, you feel like
4,000 bucks.
having to win the last heat is sometimes the toughest thing, but, you know, it is better to have to win, and that's all you have to do, than to know that you have to come
CD
like
threes,
4th or better.
13,000.
Because in those last heats, you know, having to come 4th or better is sometimes really tricky to do, with a lot of people have to do it. But at least if you have to win or you're out,
But I fold a lot of stuff too.
you kind of know what you have to do.
Yeah, and you're not going to be afraid to get the chips in. Right. So it's going to be.
Pretty sure.
There's a lot of pressure comes off Rast in that.
He does poorly. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
Phil
If it was your
Action
turn,
cube,
if you were
13,000.
busy talking about some stupid chip thing, doesn't matter, what would you do?
I think I fold it.
I already, I limped because of that thing. And then and everyone folded. It's crazy. Huh? So you want my money, and you are my friend.
Seat 6, call. Heads up, guys.
Check.
Seat 6, check.
I'll probably just end up playing heads up and be a favorite of that.
Brian Rast is definitely starting to shadow Phil Laak a little bit.
check.
And
you have a good
you know,
chance. This is your third.
it may be because
this is your last.
he realizes that Phil is one of the guys who has to finish under him if he's going to make
Seat 6, check.
the final 8.
It's kind of polar.
Seat 8, check.
Laak limped
Like
and
you
Rast
guys,
raised
they can't possibly
pre-flop, and then it's just gone check, 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 check.
It's been checked the whole way after.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So I mean, at this point. Oh my God.
You know what? You know what? This is Brian Rast is not incapable of calling this. I mean,
not at all, and not at all. I mean, you could see the look in his eyes. He's not completely over this hand yet.
He saw Phil play. You know, the entire last 2 heats, he's been watching him intently.
302,500.
What's up, Philly boy? What's going on? You know, there would give me nothing more than pleasure than to just stake my whole Premier League on making the sickest call with ace high right now. It would give me so much pleasure. It would just, you have no idea how much I would like it, but it would hurt a lot if you had like two eights. Or like the ace 6.
I mean, Laak's line does not make much sense here. He checks the whole way, and then 2 10s come.
Oh,
on the
I
turn
know
in the
this
river.
is such a big fold in the books.
Laak is supposed to have.
I think he's gonna call. I think he's gonna call.
Supposed to fold this.
He's definitely considering it.
But this is $125,000 down the drain with ace high to an all-in.
What a hero he would be if he just makes his call.
Come on, buddy. What do you have? Don't want to say anything? Have Jack 10? Jack 10. I could believe Jack 10. Maybe I just make a statement on national television that I'm just a massive fish. Maybe it's just time to make a statement. That I just really never fold a hand. That's just the statement to make, right? Doesn't even matter. Premier League's on it. Worst call of all time.
I love that he's tanking for this long. It shows how great of a player Rast is and how his mind works.
You really don't want to talk, do you? Guy, you don't love talking. Why don't you want to talk? Maybe I can't do it. He's such a sick man. He just knows if he bets 50K, I'm gonna call him. That's why he does this. This has to be a bluff. Guys, this has to be a bluff. Like, if you bet 50K, I was gonna call you, and you figured that out.
These guys have spent so much time together.
That's why I just gotta do it.
Why he's so smart.
I don't think I could respect myself tomorrow if you bluffed me here. That's what it boils down to. Some things are more important than money in life. But you're gonna show me Jack 10. I'm gonna be so steamed. God, everybody wants me to call this so bad too. Everybody's like, Brian, please call this. You are sick though. You could just be doing this for value.
Wow.
Kind of want to do it.
He's so close.
Come on. He's such a hero. I mean, he is so cool. I didn't know he was capable of this.
He's definitely very capable.
Oh my God.
He's
the best! I think he has it, honestly.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Rastinator, ladies and gentlemen. Who's the best? You're the best.
Call 50, so I got it.
By the way, you gave it away at the end, you fish. You're such a fish. He gave it away at the end, 100%. Well, he was about to call, and then he like didn't call, and then you like you stopped movement and went to go for a sip of water. Like, if you wanted him to call, you wouldn't do anything to change course of action.
Good call.
I did not have my mind made up.
But you're the best.
You did for 50. That was the problem.
5 times the pot. Mostly watermelon. Yeah.
That was insane.
Watermelon. Do not bluff Rastinator.
Can I get a 19 bluff?
King
Rast.
It works sometimes, but other times you just need to be
he had
scared.
a monster or a stone cold bluff. He couldn't have anything else, really. Was that Queen 7 of spades? In the one hole. Limped in the one hole. That's really good play. What do you think of that play, Jungle? Is that good?
Antonio just never stops with the needle.
It could have been Hollywood.
I was talking myself out of it, and then I just re-upped. I just put the balls on the table and said, it's time to go home. Go big or go home.
Who will be crowned Party Poker Premier League Season 7 champion? The final table concludes after the break.
This could be it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, what a card.
Get out of town.
You want to end it like this?
I just don't understand, JD. I don't understand how you always do this.
This is the guy that said he didn't want to end it on the first hand. I just want to clear that up.
I'm telling you right now, like, you're defying all odds.
Dead even.
Surely something has to give in this heads-up battle for the Party Poker Premier League title. Jeff Gross and Sorel Mizzi have played 83 hands together, and their chip stacks are still relatively even at around $1 million each.
Call.
Wow. Oh my God.
It's over.
Well,
Check.
no, the way they bet and
the
way they play, it could go check, call. Sorry, it could go check, bet, call, and then who knows? Check, bet, call, maybe again.
60,000.
Jeff doesn't raise hands like this for value, but I think it's a fine play. But I mean, the way Jeff plays, he just calls here a lot, you know?
There's a line.
Right, I like this play, and this is what I would do in his spot.
Wow, Mizzi's going nowhere
You didn't
except
3-bet.
upstairs.
Yeah, you didn't 3-bet, and your kicker
175.
is very good. You can get action from weaker kings. There's a ton of draws. The thing is, Jeff's sizing is pretty big now. If I'm Mizzi, I'm definitely a little worried about it. I actually, in Mizzi's spot with his hand, I like calling.
Yep.
So I think, yeah, I think Mizzi figured that out.
For all those reasons, Miz agrees turn could be crucial.
There's a $500,000 in the middle now. Wow.
Or even decisive.
I mean, a diamond would be a really tough card for Jeff. Oh, that is it.
Oh my Lord.
Sorry, Jeff. Good night, sir.
That was
I mean, Jeff's going to view that as a blank, and
that is a blank.
Wow.
He's going to bet. And honestly, if I'm Mizzi, I mean, it's hard to say. It depends on how much he bets. I mean, you could go with either call or shove.
Right.
You know, you could just keep slow playing your hand and call. It's so good.
It's really so. This is just so sick because
That's a cooler.
He got so
That's a
far and
cooler.
so deep.
All in.
All in. Call.
He's got the nuts. All
Oh
in
my
call.
God,
He's
I
got the
thought
nuts.
I
Gross
was
is
nine
drawing
of diamonds in my
dead.
head.
I think Gross is going to be down to about 3
Oh my
big
God,
blinds
what a
after
card.
this.
That was the same hand as the other one. 7-9 of spades,
Yeah.
8 on the turn, 9
And-
That
diamonds.
is sick.
Wow.
I think it's going to be close. You might
You
have
had
a
me
little-
Jeff
covered.
Gross is going to be
Really
sick
covered.
about that ace-7 on the
I'd like
8, 9, 10
Wow,
board
what
with the
a
ace on
brutal
board.
non-diamond 8. I had you
That
on
was
diamonds.
perfect, bro. I needed that. That's the second time I've hit that.
And
exact
Jeff
card.
That
Gross
8 is
got-
just so
nice
sick
hand.
because it's 0 and 100, which is hard to get in no limit hold'em.
You know, I
I don't
don't
know,
think
it's
this
really
is
close.
maximum pain for
you
Jeff
might have a little
Gross
left.
because I think
You better hope not.
he got so far.
I genuinely wanted to
I
end
swear
right
in
now.
my life I thought in my head 7-9 of diamonds. It's
Really?
so sick. But what can I do at that point? Got to protect the flush.
I mean, it
What
looks like a
card.
blank.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's just count them up.
Yeah, you have it. I'm pretty sure.
Did
Really?
Sorel
Oh, actually, I don't know.
Is it all
get
of
it?
it? I mean, I had just under a million. How many chips did I play?
Canada.
Wow.
I've seen these comebacks before.
Yes,
Jeff.
Duomo
Anyone
did
is
it.
capable of doing it. You are.
That one hurt. The 7 and offsuit 8 really was not ideal. That's what a card. I mean, I had that hand just orchestrated so nicely.
I don't even know if I can look if you shove. I mean, how much you have? Yeah, I call.
All in.
All in.
Is that binding?
I call.
I got a big hand, boy.
Do you?
Yeah. I hope you have a good hand.
7-10.
Damn, you don't. I have a good hand. That's my best hand I've had. All heads up.
How do you wake up with that?
I don't know. I
All
haven't
of a
had
sudden.
I haven't had a hand the whole time.
Jeff Gross all in again for the
I
Sorel
got
Mizzi
his
for the
grandest favorite
title.
hand. And we're in Canada. It's
I think actually no, Jeff.
This one, I'm actually, I don't know. I hope this either comes now or I win, because this is, I got a feeling about this one. I win this one, we're gonna dance, kid. You should see me. I'm the best 6 blind player in the country for sure.
The best 6 blind
For
player in the
sure,
country.
I could play with 6. This is not enough.
If this is the end of
That was a
Mizzi,
nice
Mizzi,
hand.
If you get 200,
Canadian- a Canadian
legitimately
one
gonna
is
start
different.
sweating again.
If
I just
it
can't
goes
handle
that
it.
I told you, Miz,
It's hard on my heart.
we're gonna win 2
not the-
championships this year.
Yeah.
Either way, it's okay. This is a
I've never
little
seen
one. This
anyone's
is
talk himself up game quite like
I'm
Jeff.
not the young guy I used to be, bro.
what a diamond.
How old is Mizzi?
He was born in 19. He said it was
So it's semi-uneventful.
Pretty
Rainbow?
good flop.
9 of
born in
hearts.
1986. I think
Is
he's
a 9 of hearts better than a random card? I don't know.
I think he's
No,
20.
can't be, right?
27.
It feels better.
What
What do you mean?
For you, it is. For
Well,
me,
no,
it's
because
not.
then, yeah,
'Cause then my.
that's not any action for anyone.
All right, how much is it?
Don't Antonio me. That didn't go so well for him this week on the fake out.
How much is it?
There's no, like, listen,
What
if
is
you're
it
gonna
called? Get
win,
your
win.
coat on, Joe.
You know, like, don't. If you had won there, I would have actually like semi hurt me. Like, if you're just stay, brace for it, you know. God, so the diamond. I mean, finally make a hand. Just get the check raise in. You got the Mizzi steaming a little.
I was steaming a little
Yeah,
bit.
you were.
bro.
What do you mean?
I
Of
was like,
course.
what's going
Played
on?
the 9-10.
Nothing's going my way. How much?
Nothing's going my way. He lost
Oh, man.
65,000
One
from
more
his
and I'm,
$2
like,
million
legit
stack.
gonna be nervous.
Now he's only got
It's,
him
like,
buried like at
insane
18 to
how
1
much you hang
ratio.
around. The production team is like over it. They're
They're
wanna
not
go
over
home.
it. They're
over
air
it.
mailing me
You guys
high
wanna go
fives
home,
over
right?
there.
You guys want to go home?
They want to see
Like,
this.
come on, this is getting out of hand. JG, just accept defeat and let's move on with our lives.
I'll chop it up one time, Miz, right now. One offer.
One offer?
Yeah.
Usually when I
Wow, this
turn
is so
down
sick.
the chop, I lose.
Miz,
so.
you have to ship it because I might fold. I mean,
might
because
fold,
I can
right?
grind these blinds.
did you
Like,
hear it?
got it now. Now if I get a hand,
goes,
I'm gonna.
usually
I
when
mean,
I
this is crazy.
do deals,
You're
I lose. So I
obligated.
better
It's
not
like,
do.
No, he said usually when I turn down chops.
Usually
I'm
when I
back to
turn down
above where I
chops, I lose.
started.
There's some hands you can fold, I think.
Yeah, I'm saying so. Like I can, because I know I can just get it in good the next hand. So it's probably pretty close. But
I don't know.
Like again, I can go home. I don't want to say I called off with 10-3. You
Yeah.
know? I can like ship it in with the 10-3 or better, or
Right.
ace king suited or whatever. You know.
I'm not at this point though, because
I
you know
just
I'm.
got full service.
All in.
All in.
Mizzi might have to call here.
You guys, just give me the torture, huh?
There's a chance I fold, but it's unlikely.
Here, here's it. There's 130 in the middle, and Mizzi has to call 70. So I actually think
He's got a call.
Exactly 100, huh?
you think he's got a call.
I think Jeff had the call last hand. I mean, I'm not.
Against the
God,
range?
I wish I had the Brian Rast
against
brain.
the
I could
range,
just
for
do
sure.
the math
I
like
think
instantaneously.
They're both.
I think so.
They're
because
both.
it turned out
They're both up
against
all
pocket eights,
screaming.
it
You
was a
guys
fold
are
by 2%.
idiots.
I
How
know,
are you
right?
folding
But against the
3
range, I
blinds?
think
That's
it's
what's
going-
happening. But Warren, they don't know the power of me.
We don't.
The Brian Rast brain would be able to know exactly what the odds
Pretty
are.
sure
and
97%
if I can
of
call,
poker
if I
world
can't
is
call.
like, this is brutal to
But the
watch.
Sorel Mizzi brain cannot do these calculations. I'm a field player, you know, I don't get in these spots a lot.
Every day he sees
I just don't
these
want you to
spots.
get back up to 200. You're dangerous at 200.
That's allowed. I just want you to fold whatever it is, because first of all, whether I win or lose this hand, if you fold, I just can't wait to hear my fold. Whether I'm sure mine's okay, but yours feels.
Well, man, you basically 1.3 times your stack if I fold here. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
This is.
I think I have to call though.
I think he's supposed to call.
Yeah,
I think people
it
would be
doesn't.
yelling
I think
at
if he
me
has
if I
270, he has
just
to call, which is the worst because there's just too much overage. Your opponent is doing it with any 2 cards anyway.
Yeah, actually, the worst in this spot's probably deuce 3.
I have a hand.
Yeah, it's a good call, Miz, but
that is a hand.
But I'm pretty sure if you see my, as long as you're not dominated, and like there's no way for you to know.
I got it.
You know, now
I want to have a
next to you,
premature.
Pretty good at these all-in situations.
Wow, are you having a blueberry? I'm gonna have a blueberry then too. I was gonna wait.
You know, wait.
You wait, I wait.
Every home game in the country.
Whoever wins gets a blueberry. If you lose, then you don't get the blueberry. Deal?
Okay.
All
Wait, what is it?
If I win, I get to eat the blueberry.
Okay.
If you win, you get to eat your blueberry. But if whoever loses,
I
does
got
not
bad
get a
news.
blueberry.
I'm back to 200. This hand goes sour because I will be shipping it.
This is a solid blueberry too. This is like, pretty sure it's a genetic.
This feels like this could be epic, Warren. I love your energy over there.
Look at that.
Ladies
We
and
got
gentlemen.
ourselves a little sweaterooski.
I want a new blueberry.
Hey, you go. Okay, are we up in the
This feels
ante?
like it's
2
worthy of
blueberries
a
for whoever wins.
Okay, I'm picking new blueberry though. That's an unfair flop. Like
What do you
like
mean?
you got a blocker.
I think
I got a
you're
lot of.
favored here,
I
bro.
got some end-its.
Pretty sure the screen says like somewhere between like 60-40 and
That's it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they got the Montreal JG factor.
that's
who-
it.
60-40,
Do I
no
get to eat them?
more.
You don't?
Yeah, I
Put 'em
can't
back.
even eat my blueberry.
Put them back. Put them back.
Can't even enjoy
Okay, he
my
has blueberry power. He's
We're back to
and he
200.
gets
Like,
wow,
he went for another
sorry
one.
guys, I'm trying.
They
Like
agreed
this is
on 2,
ridiculous.
he goes
This guy
for
just
3,
doesn't die.
and
He took
Animal.
Sorel's too.
This is
That's
ridiculous. An offsuit 8 is ridiculous. I'm like, I have like 1.5 to like 5. That's ridiculousness. Let's even the ridiculousness. You know, even it out, Warren.
Not. He has to call any 2, Jeff.
That's ridiculous because I was like, I almost turned this match on its head.
How do you show up with ace queen suited there?
How do you?
I just want to.
How do you turn an offsuit 8? Like I know you have a flush draw. I'm just shipping it. Like I'm happy with the pot. That hurt. Like a diamond, I just check, cry, fold again. I would have folded again, top pair. They've done like, how can he fold? One good fold he made all year. He's folded top pair 4 times today. He's like, your match should have been over, but you know, you can never be too safe, Mizzi.
That's true.
Wow, this is now we got a new dynamic. This is right where we started.
All you got to do is double up like 4 times and then you win the title.
I double up once. I'm about to do a
1,
double
2,
somersault into
4
it.
times and you win. That's
That
it.
feels reasonable, and it's Montreal. It's almost unfair. I feel like we should neutralize the site. Things could have been worse today.
Yeah.
Either way, the offsuit 8 hurt, but like a lot of other good things. Dan
A lot
went
of good
crazy.
things happened. Dan just went nuts.
All in.
All in.
Pretty sure I'm calling, but can we get a count?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think with the Queen 8, Mizzi has to call.
This could be it, ladies and gentlemen.
And unfortunately, so it's Queen 8 suited. Yeah, this is a call.
This certainly could be it.
I can't imagine Mizzi taking more than like 5 to 10 more seconds to
These
call
guys
this.
want to go home. Like I feel bad. I just want to speed this up a little.
It's a super monster, trivial, absolute fast call.
This could be the
160,
minute
I
where
call.
Jeff Gross starts to
pair.
worry Sorel
You have a
Mizzi
pair?
again.
10 seconds.
Get out of town.
You have 3s?
Are you serious right now? I just don't understand, JD. I don't understand how you always.
I haven't
do
had a
this.
hand all day. I told you I'm
What do
heating
you
up.
mean? You always
I've been
get
heating
these
up. I've been saving them for
ridiculous
like
hands,
this
like
and that, and
against-
then I double, and then I'm gonna do this, and then there's no antes, and now I can fold with 3 blinds. and
JG,
then
it's
go.
just, I'm telling you right now, like, you're defying all odds. Like, this is
Listen,
astronomical
this is how I
for you
lead
to
my
get the ace,
life.
king, and the
People
queen.
have been telling me this since I was a little boy.
Just give me the spades, bro. The 8s have been so good.
You want to end it like this?
I do want to end it. At this
Mizzi,
point, I want to end
like
it.
He told me, by the way, this is the guy.
I didn't want to end it before.
Hold on,
but
this is the guy that said he didn't want to end it on the first hand. I just want to clear that up. And in the booth, they about,
yeah,
I mean,
and now
you
you're
kidding
making
me?
me nervous.
This
It's
is like Jimmy
I've seen
saying,
what
are
you
you
can
kidding
do.
me?
I've seen what you can do. You just turn these 300K stacks into like 6 million every time. It's just getting to the point where
We're definitely going to have action here. Oh yeah, obviously.
Wow, what a
there you got what you
I got
want.
my equity.
Nice little.
That's all I wanted. I wanted a shot.
All right, now we're hugging it. You know,
we're hugging
Mizzy's
it.
got, he's
Previous
from the,
days,
he's in the
also
outhouse
previous days,
to the middle
if it's
house.
been too many outs, not going to do
There's some
it.
good,
But
there's some
today,
interesting cards.
that's what they told me.
Jack of clubs is pretty interesting.
And I think Mizzy's going to get it. Yep.
Wait, can we sweat? No
It's
more
over.
sweats. That's it. I just hug. Let me have this moment. Just hug.
Sorel Mizzi just won the Premier League.
There could be a pair of the board that's out there.
If the 7 of spades comes, then it's a misdeal and we chop it.
I'm actually going to request to see the entire deck.
I'll be
Can we
okay
flip
with
the
the
deck
7 of
over?
spades.
I want to see the verified deck's good.
He's a classy guy, Jeff. I have to say, he has.
Oh,
good
thank
game,
you,
buddy.
Good game, man. Give me a
Played
big hug,
with
like a
great
big
spirit.
one. I want like
That
the
one-
biggest hug you've ever. It was fun playing with you, man.
But that trophy belongs to Sorel Mizzi.
What an incredible season it's been for the Premier League. 12 tough opponents. It came down to one grueling heads up, but oh Canada, we have a new champion and it is Sorel Mizzi. So Sorel, you said you wanted this title. Explain to us what it meant to you to win this.
Well, winning this title in my home country and, you know, defeating like such a talented group of players is just a massive accomplishment, especially because, you know, for those of you who follow me, it's like I'm just constantly getting second and third in these tournaments, and just like there's something about having all the chips at the end that's just so satisfying. And like now I have them, they're all over there and they're mine. And it's amazing to just finally break through and win that title. So I'm ecstatic right now.
And it was such a tough heads up. It really did swing back and forth. Now, Jeff, you came in with a very deliberate idea about how you wanted to play this. It got you all the way to the heads up. Reflect back on your strategy for me now and how well it worked for you.
Yeah, I mean, I came in with the strategy which I knew would be a little different than most, but also I thought it would be more of like a sit and go, play tight early, kind of attack later, get to heads up. You can't win unless you get heads up, and that was my goal, and I did that, I guess, in 4 of the 5 matches I played. The only last heat is the one I didn't get heads up. So being 1-3 heads up, that hurts a little, but I mean, I'm really proud of how I played, and I'm very happy for Sorel. He's a really tough opponent, and that was actually our second time playing heads up this week, and I don't know. I guess he's got a little better heads up or something, but yeah, no, I feel really good. I think I played well, and I definitely going to be really excited to see some of this footage and some of the hands that I'm curious about, because I think I played well, but I'm sure there were some mistakes, and I'm really just honored to be part of the Premier League, and I hope to be back, and it was awesome. Really great experience.
It was a really incredible performance from both of you. You already said you want to come back, is that right? Premier League Season 8?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to play the Premier League again. It's been an incredible experience, and I had a lot of fun. It was like one of the most tedious grinds I've ever had in a live tournament series, but it's fun at the same time. I love playing poker. So,
well, in the meantime, between now and the next season, we actually have one incredible trophy for you. And the tournament director, Amanda Files, will be coming on to bring you your new trophy.
Thank you very much. Show me your hand. This is Premier League. There's no rules. Ooh, we got ourselves some outs. I just want to play poker. I don't want these to happen. Now you're making me nervous. Get out of town. Now we got some poker. I don't know how I feel about you missing the Miz. I just want to play, like I don't want it to end. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
good game, buddy.
Congratulations to the Season 7 champion of the Party Poker Premier League.